Here we go. So, practice exam number 3. Getting ready for the real deal on Monday. All right, so we're not going to have time to do them all. So, which ones are your favorites? Maybe I'll just do what look like the hardest ones, like number 3 maybe? Oh, I should have ran. That's right. I said I was going to run through a thing to let me know which ones you missed the most, huh? And I forgot to do that. I always forget to do that. Which one?
Number 10, it marked it.
Yeah, did you have bubbling somewhere else?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good warning, not to do that on, yeah, I thought that was an answer.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So watch, that's why I always say on a real test, bubble light. That way you can erase completely, because otherwise, and I can't give you those points back, unfortunately, after I pass it back, because people could bubble whatever afterwards and cheat, unfortunately. Some people are dishonest. And so I have to just hold a standard policy. I'm sorry. Yeah, so it's a good warning, though. On all your classes that do Scantron, bubble light, erase, because it reads it super easy. So you can just bubble real quick and light and erase completely like that. Yeah, it will do that. All right, here we go. 4x minus 24 minus 3x plus 18 is minus 8. We good? So I'm working through number 3. I assume 1 and 2 weren't that bad for you, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they were. So number 3, is that okay so far?
Yes, sir.
All right, now here's the wall. What's my next order of business? These two x's are on the same side. So 4x minus 3x is going to be 1x, and minus 24 plus 18 is going to be minus 6. All right, stack them vertically. That might help. Right? And then x is saying, I want to be alone, so you got to add the 6. So then bring this down. X is negative 2. X is negative 2. Number 3. Is that good? Do you want me to back? Do you want me to do number 1? Number 1 could be a little tricky. No, I guess I'm not going to have time for everything. Let's go forward then. If you're okay with that, I'll keep moving. So number 4, it says 5 less than some number is negative 4. What do you do when they say 5 less? Where's that 5 go? Subtract it at the back. Some number, that's your x, is, that's your equal sign, negative 4. There's the equation. 5 less than some number. 5 subtracted at the back from x is 4. How do you solve for x? Add 5. X is 1. So there's that answer. That was A, huh? All right. Onward and upward. I'm going to skip 5, skip 6, skip 7.
Yeah, I had a question on 9. I kept getting 71.6.
Let's see. Esther received a paycheck for $13.50, which included a bonus. Okay, $13.50 included a bonus of $60. So $13.50 included a bonus of $60. Hourly pay is $18. How many hours did she work? Okay, so the $13.50 included a bonus, not just hourly pay, but an extra bonus. So what do we got to do? Subtract that out, right? $13.50 subtract the 60. What's that? $12.90, right? Because that's bonus. That wasn't hourly pay. So $12.90 was her hourly pay, and then divide that by the 18. And what's that come out to be? 71.66, so that rounds to 71.7, huh? So answer B?
Yeah, my calculator kept saying 71.6 and then it had like a line above.
A bar, yeah, that means 6 is forever. 71.6 with a bar, that means 6 is forever. So then you round that.
Okay,
Yeah.
and I saw 71.7.
None.
No, I'm not trying to be, that'd be just mean, wouldn't it? 71.7, did you write, you know? No, I'm not trying to be that devious.
I don't understand number 8.
Number 8, all right, back it up, number 8. Let's see, number 8. All right, product, what does product mean? Multiply of 2 and some number. That's 2 and x, right? 2 times x. Good. Is divided by 2. Divide that by 2. The result is 14. There's my equation. That good? Does this make sense so far? All right, now what do these 2's do? Bye-bye. They just cancel each other out immediately. The answer is just 14. There's nothing actually to do. Those 2's just cancel each other out.
I thought I was doing 7 times 2 equals like 14. I thought we had to solve for x.
Yeah, so I did just solve.
No, I mean like plug in
Had
the
to do
number for x to make it 14. Like so 7 times 2 is 14. So I think that's what I thought it was.
Right, well, no, you're right, but the problem is the equation is not just 2x equals 14. That would be 7.
Yeah, and then I
It's
divided
2x
it,
over
so then I
2.
got 7.
You with me?
14 divided by 2 is 7.
Right. So in other words, here's the trick. This 2 underneath is part of the equation.
Okay,
It's not something I'm doing to both sides.
okay.
So you understand the difference between things that are already there and things that I do to both sides. That 2 is not something I'm doing to both sides. That's already there. They said it in the words.
Okay.
So it's already there. So it is true to say, what should I plug in here? But what you should plug in here is not 7. Because 2 times 7 over 2 isn't 14. It's 14. 2 times 14 over 2, because the 2's cancel. Does that make sense on that one? Is that okay? That 2's already there. Let's make that 4. 2's already there. So, let's see, number 9, number 10, number 11. We did 11 today. Did we do 11? Let me do 11. Which ones do you guys want me to do? You want me to do 11?
I want to do 18 as well.
13 and 18? 13, 15. All right, let's move forward. 13, 15, 18. Speak up if there's other ones you want to see. So 13. Oh, a bunch of decimals here. I better get a fresh screen here. 13. Point. Hey, you got a T. I'm going to use X because my T's look like pluses. X minus 0.5. You can just change to X if you want to, like I'm going to do. 52 minus 4X equals 86 plus 0.8X. Okay. So, what am I going to do? Well, what's the first step when you have parentheses is to multiply through those parentheses, right? And remember, that's a minus 0.5. That minus is on the 0.5. That's his baby. He's going to take that with him wherever he goes. So what do we get then? 0.8x minus 26 plus 2x. Did y'all see why that was a plus 2x there? Because it's a minus 0.5 times a minus. Minus times minus is plus, huh? We get to there. Now, what's next? These guys are on the same side, so things on the same side like terms. So add 2x, that's 2.8x. Good to there. Now, x is on opposite sides. What do we do when x's are on opposite sides? Get rid of the lower one. Eliminate the lower one. Both sides gone. This will be 2x. Now x is saying I want to be alone. Add the 26. Gonzo, 2x is, what's that, 112. Last step, always divide. X is the 56. We good on that?
I got it wrong. I did add the 26. I minus the 26.
Oh.
But I had it on the other side.
Gotcha. It's opposite. I always do the opposite. All right. So 13, let me see, 14 looks easy. 15's, is 15 easy? Was 15 okay? Anybody want to see 15?
I got them mixed up because the lettering and the lines.
Yeah. All right, let's see. 15 minus 6. Yeah, this is tricky. Okay. So here's the wall. The A is saying, I want to be alone. So what do we do to get the A alone here? You multiply by negative 6. Wait with me on that? Right? So this is over 1, so these cancel out, huh?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? What happens is to get A alone, you always do the opposite of what's going on with A. A's got a negative 6 dividing it, so the opposite of dividing is multiplying by negative 6. So, and you got to do it on both sides. You got to treat them equal treatment, so they'll still be equal afterwards. Okay, so now where does that leave us? This is A.
36 positive.
2 negatives, positive 36, and I multiplied by a negative. Turn that symbol. Remember, multiply or divide. We don't usually multiply. When multiply or divide, not just divide, by negative, flip symbol in the middle. Flip the symbol in the middle. Flip the symbol in the middle. So there's our answer, but we like A's to letters to be on the left side. So now I flip the entire thing. That's different than just flipping the symbol in the middle, right? Everybody getting those two differences down? When you multiply or divide both sides by negative, flip just the symbol in the middle. But if your final answer has the letter on the right side, and you'd rather have it on the left, turn the whole thing around. So turn the entire thing around, including the symbol. That's saying the same thing. Do you realize that? See how A is on the wide side, A is on the wide side of the wide mouth side of the symbol? It's saying the same thing. It's saying A is greater than 36. So where's that on the number line? Here's 36. Which side of A are we shading? The right or the left? Where's the greater? A's over here on the right. A's greater than 36. Solid dot or no solid dot? Yeah, it's open dot because there's no solid bar down here. It's not equal. You can't be right on 36. You got to be greater than 36. Open dot, shade to the right. Answer A. Is that okay? Getting all that flip around stuff good? Number 16, we did that. That was our quiz today. So that's on the, we've done that. Number 17, do you guys want me to do 17? Anybody want 17? All is good with 17? All right. 18, we'll start seeing some of them word problems. Huh? 18, Trisville. There are 3 buildings of which the shortest, so I'll say shortest, is 101 shorter than tallest. Middle is 61 shorter than tallest. The sum of the heights is 1284. All right, so what we're going to have small plus medium plus tallest. I guess it's shortest, not smallest, huh? Shortest, medium, and tallest add up to be 1284. Right, that's the total of what they add up to be, right? So this is one of these total problems where we're adding up 3 things this time to equal the total. Okay. Now, remember what we learned. Now, we're used to doing only 2. They're pushing it a little bit here, aren't they? They're giving us 3 things for a total instead of just 2 things. But other than that, the game remains the same. What game? What am I talking about? Well, remember how it works. You have 2 things and a total. We did a few of these, right? 2 things and a total. One of them is always simple x. And the other one is some kind of x formula, like x plus 2 or x minus 5 or something like that. So when you have 3 of them, it's the same game. One of the 3 is simple x. The other 2 will be x formulas, like x plus 5 or x minus 4 or something like that. Does that make sense? Then you add, so there are going to be 3 X's. One of those 3 players in the game, shortest, medium, or tallest, is going to just be X. And the other 2 are going to be X formulas. They're all going to have X's, though. It's going to be 3 X's. Remember how we did it for 2 items? It's the same thing for 3 items. All right, so how do we do it? Well, it tells us shortest is 101 shorter. 101 shorter. Is that more or less? Less. So I'm subtracting. That's X minus 101 for the shortest. Does that make sense? 101 shorter. Less. Subtract. Middle is 61 shorter. X minus 61 for the middle. And what must the tallest be?
X.
Because somebody has to be just X. If you prefer, you could call that T, because that's really what that X stands for. If that's more helpful, you don't have to. But it's really T for tallest. This is tallest minus 101. This is tallest minus 61. Really is what that is, huh? Is that making sense there? Are we good? So there is our equation. Here's the wall. T is saying I want to be alone. So what do? T plus T plus T is 3T. And minus 101 and minus 61 makes minus 162. So what I did there, I did T plus T plus T, add that up, 3T. And I did minus 101 and minus 61. Just stuff on the same side. Letters on the same side, add and subtract. Numbers on the same side, add and subtract. Now, T is saying, I want to be alone. So add the 162.
1442.
Is that what it is? 14. 46?
46.
Oh, so you're lying to me. Okay. 1946?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And last step is always?
Divide.
Divide.
Wow.
Is that 400 something?
482.
82? 482, thank you. Is that what they asked for? How tall is the tallest? 42, yeah. What do you think? Is that okay? See how it's similar to the 2 things in their total? It's just 3 things in the total. Remember, one of the players in the game, whether they have 2 things or 3 things, one of them is always just simple X. And the other ones are X formulas, according to what they're saying. More is add, less is subtract. X plus 7 or X minus 3 or something like that. Is that good? Like you could do that Monday for the big points? All right, let's keep moving. What else we got? 19. She's filled her gas yesterday and used 5 gallons. First thing, do you want me to do 19?
Yeah.
19. 19, how are we doing on time? All right, 19. Sarah's car gives 39 miles per gallon, MPG. She filled her gasoline tank yesterday and then used 5 gallons of gas. If her car's tank can hold 13, how many more miles can she go? So she used 5.
13.
Tank holds 13. So how many she has left? Left 8 gallons, right? She has 8 gallons left in the tank. She used 5, it holds 13. So she has 8 gallons left, and it's saying how many miles can she go? She's got 8 gallons left. She gets 39 miles for every gallon. Yeah, 8 times 39. Does that make sense? 39 miles for every one of those 8 gallons. Times 8, some 300 something? 312? 312 miles. Is that good? 20. Did you guys get 20 okay?
21.
Go on to 21? 21 and 22? Them back 5 or 6, 5, huh? All right, let's take a look. 21. Alyssa, Lexi, and Melanie went to a concert, and their seat numbers were consecutive integers. That's twice the smallest, was 8 more than the largest. Oh. Okay, let's try that. See what we got there. Okay, so it's 21, huh? 21. So it's saying so it's 3 consecutive. It does not say consecutive odd or even, does it? It's just consecutive. All right. So what do we do? First off, what do we do when they have 3? We have the small, the medium, and the large. And the first one in every word problem is always x. That doesn't matter what we're doing. It's always x. And if they're consecutive, they go up by how much?
1.
So this will be x plus 1. This will be x plus 2. That's how we always start these consecutive word problems. There's more to it, but so far so good. It's how we always begin when they say. Now, what if they'd said consecutive odd or consecutive even? Yeah, that would have been start with x, always x, and then go up by 2, up by 2. Even or odd, it doesn't matter. Either way, the jump is always 2, isn't it? Even from an odd number to an odd number, like 3 to 5, that's a jump of 2. Right? So even or odd, the gap is always 2. The jump is always 2 if they say even or odd. But they did not say even or odd. They just said consecutive. Okay. Now, let's try to take it from there. What does it say? Twice smallest was, that's past tense of is, that's your equals. Right? That means it was equal to 8. Whoops, that's an 8. It's a funny looking 8. 8 more than the largest. So can we turn that into a direct equation? Can kind of directly, let me let you do that. Try to just directly, here's the equal sign. See if you can turn that twice the smallest. Yeah, the smallest is x, huh? 2x. Was, is, equal. That's past tense of is, right? Equals. Was equal to. 8 more. What's that? 8 plus. More is plus, right? Largest. Largest. Yeah, largest is x plus 2. Does that make sense there? There's our equation. Twice the smallest was or is 8 more than the largest. Always seems easy when the math teacher does it, huh?
Yeah. When I'm reading these, I'm like, busy, dude.
You can get there. That's how it felt to me too. I watched my math teachers do stuff. I'm like, oh, that's so obvious. How could I not see that? But practice, practice, practice. You will eventually. All right. So here's our wall. What should we do? We have an 8 and a 2. You know, numbers, letters on the same side, combined like terms. So that's 8 plus 2. That's going to be 10. Good to there so far. Good to there. Okay, now, x is on opposite sides. What do we always do with x's on opposite sides? Get rid of the lower one. Who's the lower one? That guy. Gonzo. And so 2x minus x is 1x, or just x. X is 10. Now, careful. Which one are they asking us for? Oh, find the seat numbers. So they must have been 10, 11, and 12 because they're consecutive, huh?
No.
Which is not there. It's none of the above. Oh, it's diabolical, isn't it? It's testing. You have good, cool, calm confidence in your math work. Questions on that one? Does that make sense? 22. Huh? I go on to 22. Sharon paid $10.02, 34 stamps, bought some 23-cent stamps, 34-cent stamps. How many 23-cent stamps did she buy? You okay if I flash off of this screen?
Yeah.
Everybody got it down? All right. Let's see. We're buying stamps. 22. So she paid $10.02 for 34 stamps. Some were 23 cents. Some were 34 cents. And the question is, how many 23-cent did she buy? Okay, what in the world is it? What are we supposed to do with this thing?
You gotta follow that formula you gave us.
Yeah, what kind of problem is this?
It's
This,
a money problem.
it's a money. It's not a mixture. Now, how do you, because some of the mixture had money in them. How do you know whether it's a mixture or not? It doesn't say mix, simply put. They're not mixing those, are they? They will have to say the word mix for a mixture problem. So this is not mixture. This is one of the money ones that we started the day with, right? This is one of the money ones. So how do we do that? You got to have that in your 3x5 card for tomorrow? No, for Monday. I keep saying that, huh? Plus dollars, total number minus X equals. Kind of getting it memorized now after doing it enough? There it is. How do you know? Because it's money. It's a money problem, or what we call value. Things have value. All right. So there's what we're going to use. Let's plug in. So what goes in the first $ slot? Is it? How do we know it's not the 1002?
That's the total.
Total. That's the total money, and 34 is the total stamps. Yeah. 23 cent. Now, should I put 23? Should I put 0.23? Do decimals matter? Yes, they matter. No matter what Burger King thinks. They matter, right? X plus the other one, 34. Yeah, we got to have those in. All right. Total number. That's our 34. Total dollars. That's our 1002. It's a money problem. A pretty much standard money problem. Very good. All right, let's solve that thing. So you know what we do? Distribute through the parentheses. 0.23x.
11.56.
Thank you. 11.56 minus 0.34x is 10.02. Okay. Now, what can we do? This guy and this guy, our x's on the same side. So you know what we do? We add, subtract them together. So that'd be minus 0.34x. So it'd be minus 0.11x plus 1156 is 10.02. Good to there. X is saying I won't be alone. So subtract 11.56. Here we're going to get the negative that can be disturbing. Right? Melody doesn't like the negative. So it's weird that we get negative in the middle of a problem. It'll be positive in the end, though. So there we go. And last step, let me kind of running out of room here. Let me I can bring it over here maybe. Bring it up here. Whoops, I just erased everything. Okay, there we go. So minus 0.11x is minus 1.54. Last step is divide. So what is it? 14. Now, got to be careful on a word problem. You got to be clear what x is. Is x, what is x? How do you know? Yeah, you look back to the setup. What was x put next to? It's how many 23-cent stamps? Right? Now, what are they asking for? How many 23-cent stamps? So, yeah, that's my answer. 14 23-cent stamps. Is that answer there? None of the above again. That's disturbing, isn't it? Just challenging you guys on that. Doesn't it reassure you when you get the like a whole number answer over here that probably something good's happening? That can be comforting. All right, so let's go on. Is that good? Questions on that one? Happy on that? Should we go on to 23? Okay, if I flash off of that, on to 23 we go. 23. 45 ounces of red beads sell for $8 per ounce are mixed. Mixed. So we see the word mixed. No question what's going on, right? Do you want to see 23? No? Yeah, a couple? Okay. So 45 ounces of $8 mixed with, 55 ounces of $9. 45 ounces of red beads that sell for $8 are mixed with 55 ounces of $9 beads, beads that sell for $9. What should the selling price be? Oh, that's different. Oh, I didn't even notice. Oh, man. I don't think I'm going to give you one quite this weird on the real test, but I don't know. Let's go through it. Let's make sure. All right. I think we can do it without too much difficulty. All right. So what goes in the bottom? Dollars, right? $8, $9, and I don't know the mix. Yeah. Good so far? All right, so we put the dollars on the bottom. We put the amounts on the top, don't we? The amounts go on the top. So what amounts? Well, it tells us 45 ounces of the $8 stuff, 55 ounces of the $9 stuff. They're giving us both those. Usually they don't. Usually they don't. And what always goes up here? You add the tops, right? It's going to be 100. 40. See what I just got? 45 plus 55. Right? I just added the two tops. That's what we always, normally one of them's an X. That's what's weird. That's the curveball they're throwing at us. Right? Normally, one of these is a number and the other one's an X, and we go 45 plus X.
Yeah.
But this time it's 45 plus 55. It's just straight old 100. It's a number. We don't have any X's anywhere. But we have this one blank. We don't know the dollar value for the mix, so what's that going to be? There's my X. So that's different, huh? We're not used to putting the X down there. That's the curveball. All right, so there's the sense. Does that make sense how I did that? I just filled in everything they said. The money on the bottom, the 8 and the 9, they told me 45 of the 8, 55 of the 9. I add the two tops to be the mix adding, and then this is my only blank, so that's my X. Now, how do I get an equation out of this? Multiply top and bottom, right? So multiply 360, is that what it is? Thank you. And then multiply 495. Thank you. Equals and multiply 100x. Multiply, 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 right? That's how we always get the equation out of the mixture setup. So add those up. I don't know. 855. So I just added these, right? 490. Last step as always. To divide. They should set that at $8.55 per ounce. So we're mixing two kinds of beads, some more expensive, some $9 beads, more expensive with some cheaper beads, $8. The mix should come out at $8.55. We can figure that out. That's some impressive math at this point, huh? We can figure out some pretty tricky things. Is that good? Can we squeeze in two more here? Everybody happy with that one?
Yeah.
No questions, all is well. All right, 24. 24, is that one you want to see? Yeah. Pure, okay, so how much pure, what do we do with pure? Pure, right. Mixed with or added to 180 of 40% to get final product 70%. So how much How much of the pure? So we have our 3 beakers, right? Pure is always 100%. What if they said water? Probably the real test will have water on Monday. How much water? 0%, right? Mixed with, and here's the 40%. What's going on with my pen here? Messing me up. 40%, and this is 70 because this is the mix. So, and where's the 180 go? Well, it tells us 180 of the 40, huh? They're telling me. See how I'm tracking that? So this is just like the pure antifreeze problem we did, right? So what do I put up here and what do I put up there? This is always x, and these add together, x plus 180. Is that good there? And then how do we get our equation? Multiply top and bottom. Multiply, multiply, and multiply. There we go for that. All right, here's the wool. Is that good? Is that making sense? So we get what? 100x, distribute, or just multiply? 7,200. Thank you. Distribute 70x plus, say, 12600 to 1,600. Now, what's next? X is on opposite sides. So get rid of the lower one. Which is the lower one? Minus 70x from both sides. And we get what? 30x plus 7,200 is 12,600. X is in a one below. Subtract 7,200. Gonzo. So bring that down. 30x is 5,400. Last step is always divide by the 30. Is that what it is? 180? So x comes out 180. 100. It was, oh, good. That one was there. It wasn't a none of the above on that one. Good. Good. So, and then 25 is more of the same thing, right? Like terms and all that. Hang out if you want to talk about 25. We are at straight up 11 o'clock, so we'll stop there. So Monday is our test, right, on this material. So practice all this stuff and master. Today is the last day to drop if you don't want a letter grade. So, if a couple people drop, so I don't think anybody else is going to drop or needs to drop or anything. But today's the last day. If you drop today, you get a W. After today, you'll for sure get a letter grade for this class. All right. I hope you